Mōrena koutou katoa. Whāngai number 2. And today's kaupapa, we're going to talk about why did our ancestors whāngai children? So there's a number of reasons why this happens. And at a really basic level, whāngai was done simply because children needed to be cared for, or because there was a family who were warengaro, where a woman wasn't able to have children. And so this whole idea around adoption and children not being wanted is not a Māori thing. That's a very Western idea. It's not ours, and in fact often the grandparents would make that decision to whāngai the child out to a different whānau line, and usually that whānau were a wharengaro, or because they wanted to maintain a link to both the whakapapa line as well as the resources that the whānau may have had. So both whāngai and the taumo, or matchmaking, were also about the economy. And we often shy away from talking about the economy when actually it was just a part of our tikanga. If that family had good powers, that's where you'd go. You'd send one of your children that way to maintain that connection so that you could have access to that kai, which is economy. But also the oldest grandchild was often taken and sent to the grandparents, or sometimes it was pretty hard as well. Sometimes the mother and or the father were told that this was what was going to happen, often because they were good at producing children. And so they were told, okay, this whānau needs a baby, or we are running out of resources and we need to be practical, as well as we send them to somebody where the links are strong. So this whole idea of not being wanted was never a Māori idea. It comes from this idea of orphanage and legal adoption, etc. So, and the other point was never about children not being loved, but that the love goes wider and needed to share the love to ensure that all whānau had the opportunity to love a child. So that's enough for today. Just a quick overview of why our tupuna used to whāngai. And the other point is, once the child went to become a whāngai in that family, when we used to have taumo, that child would then be married into that line. And even though they might be related to you, they'd marry into that line so that the children would then be blood to that line and to that whenua. And so they were match made deliberately to strengthen the bond between the two whānau. So yeah, that's enough for now. Have a great weekend, and I'll catch up on Monday. Kia ora tātou.